So I'm back. It suddenly locked my something or other on the something or other. So I'm like, not going to deal with it. Going to start over again. Y'all, how is everybody doing? Let me pull up. I'm still in last night's clothes. Yep, I'm still in. This should be the new stream. I don't know what the old one says. It's live. This is the new stream. I'm going to take down the old stream. No, the old one was like stupid. I'm going to go on here and take it off. If it gives me any technical trouble, I can't deal with it. So gone it is, y'all. I'm still wearing last night's outfit. I still, I slept in it really. This is what I do. I mean, like, who cares, right? No one cares. No one cares that I sleep in. I literally will go out. It's so gross. I'll wash my sheets, go out, come home exhausted, and sleep in my clothes on my clean sheets, even though I've been out in public. Ew. Yeah, nobody cares. That's what I did. I am super lazy. I just hike the skirt up and I'm like that. That's the beauty of being by oneself. I can wear the same outfit out all the time, switch sunglasses, get away with it, throw more makeup on, not even shower, y'all. Hi, Bethany. Hi, everybody. Yeah, no one cares. I know, no one cares. They only care if they live with me and they're like, you gonna sleep in your clothes again? Yep, I am. I used to go running and then fall asleep in the bed with completely dirty clothes on. What the hell is that? It just felt like a little pig in its pigsty, so I was super happy about that. Yeah, I get too tired. I have no idea what you just said there. Okay, I got to see what I got to shut the old thing off. Do y'all have terrible allergies right now? Because I literally have terrible allergies right now. Okay, so 13 watching. Which one am I on? Okay, so this first one is done, right? Yeah, this first one is done. Let's see. Let me wait and see. Yeah, I think we're done with this. So I'm going to delete it. Hopefully I don't delete the one I'm on. Because, that shit can happen, right? Yeah, I don't know. Why is it buffering? Because I'm crazy. Okay. I'm sneezing so much. Like, I'm taking the allergy pills that someone sent, but I'm still getting allergies. It could be this nose piercing, though. If the more holes I put in my nose. Y'all, I super love, I'm going to be Southern. I super love putting holes in my nose. I can't explain it. It makes me feel better about my face. That's all I'm going to say. I feel human when I have jewelry on my face. I don't feel human looking naked. I mean, 10 watching. Okay, this one has to go. Yeah, I just don't feel human. So when I put the nose rings in, I have 3. There you go. Yeah. I love the little ones. It's going to get bigger. Steve had to redo it for me. Well, actually, the little girl Luna did because Steve did it. And then I yanked it out like me, coming out of the shower, yank, boom. And I lost it. Hi, Bobby. And I literally lost it. And then in one night it closed up. I went in and I'm like, I can't remember what the jewelry looks like. Steve, what does it look like? Which one is it? So the little girl pierced and they just put it back in, but it closed up that quick. I mean, I'm sure it's not closed, but they had to put a thing. I hate it though. When they do it, you have like the needle. And so when you open your eye, the needle's right here and you're like, is that going to stab me in the eye? They're like, no, that's not going to stab you in the eye. I'm like, okay, good. Hopefully I do not delete. Okay, live now. Which one is it? I hope I don't delete the right one. I feel crazy. I tend to do this. Okay, lives. Let's see. No, videos. Let's see which one. So in order of my videos, oh my God, so annoying. Super annoying. Anyway, so that's what happened. Okay, so the first one in order is this. It says 2 live streams going. Like, that's ridiculous, y'all. Okay, so how do I get rid of this? Look, I'm wasting time. I swear, edit video. Okay. I still can't get my numbers up on this channel. Do you know how aggravating that is? Oh, you have no idea how aggravating that is. It's truly, I can't figure this out. Anyway, super aggravating. So aggravating. I'm going to turn this off. Oh, I can't. Shit. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, super aggravating, y'all. Super aggravating. Anyway, how is everybody? I'll shut up now. Yeah, no, I don't know what to say. I can't get it off because I don't know which one never mind. Anyway, let me show you. No one cares. Look what Bobbi got me, y'all. My birthday gift. She got me the hiking knapsack with the glitter and the camel bag, meaning the pouch. And then she got me these. And these are Prada, y'all. Do I look cute? Bobbi, look. I got my bent head glasses up here and the ones that I have to wear seriously on my face because I'm an FBI undercover psychic. I'm kidding. I'm not. Anyway, Bobbi got me these. So beautiful. I do not want to stretch them on my head because I tend to stretch everything out. And then so these are just way too shishi for me to do that. I can't do that. So I have to wear them. And then she got me these for fun. I haven't taken the stuff off yet. These would be super cute with the camo. Oh my God. Super cute. These I can put on my head. I haven't taken the stickers off yet. Super cute. Yeah, they're so cute. These are Betsy Johnson. These go with camo. Leopard and camo go together in my book. Anything camo and leopard. This is like 1956. My little aunt meme, Mildred. She was so sweet. Little Sagittarius. Anyway, she would wear glasses like that. Oh, happy birthday. Yeah, she would wear glasses like that. She wore like poor ladies back then. She wore stockings, little skirts, things to suck her in. She was super tiny. Her hair was always pin curled perfectly. She wore little hats, gloves, and little purses. She was so cute. Yeah, I would, Tristan, I will. The red string, of course, they're so cute, Bobbi. Thank you. Remember, the red string, anything that everybody does like everybody else is a cult. Meaning, if we all do something minus the IRS, look at these straps. Somebody commented on my straps in a video, and I'm like, you want me to keep pulling up my straps or like, whatever. Okay, so I will do another video on that. I can't think right now on the meaning of the red string. So many people wear red. Red is action oriented. It's also blood sacrifice. So it probably has something to do with the different levels. And it's also a cult if everybody's doing it. It becomes a cult. If everybody does the same thing, like private schools wear the same uniform, and I understand uniforms because you don't have to think about what to wear, but if everybody's doing the same thing, it's a cult. I know, who cares about the straps? They're just critical fuckers, you know? Hello, critical fuckers, you people, you critiquers, you fucking critiquers. Critiquers! Yeah, I love red dresses too. I have red shoes. Now I can't even wear my red shoes out. You know how much I love? I have a pair of red Mary Janes that I fucking love. If I put the red shoes on, they're like, oh my God, you're part of the red shoe club. No, I fucking like the color red, and these people took over the red shoes. Like, stop. Stop. Oh my God, right? Right, just like stop. Like, stop with the red. Just stop. They took over red. They took over everything. This is because they're not human. Here's what happens. I'm going to turn the air off because now I'm cold. So, last night, Maya, I saw her pregnant. She's in the 3rd trimester. My little Maya, my hiking friend. How I met Maya, she's a Sag rising. And you know I love the Sages. She's an Aries. Most of my female friends have a lot of fire. Like Deanna's a Sag Aries. And Maya's an Aries Sag. And Paige's an Aries. So I love the Aries, you know, and then all my Leo girlfriends, Estelle, Carol, Susie. Arlene's a Cancer, Barb's a Scorpio. So they're the water signs, but Arlene really is a Sag rising. So she's basically a Sag. These are people I love, the fire sign ladies, always. They do what they want. Arlene's always traveling. You know, yeah, Sag. I love Leo, Sag. Triple fire here too. I love the fire signs because we be action oriented, y'all. Action. Anyway, little Maya, I met her, I think she was super young, like maybe 20, 21, 22, something like that. And she was with a group of people climbing up Mount Baldy, Devil's Back, Devil's Bone. devil's back, whatever, the devil's bone, whatever they call it. Anyway, so she's climbing and she caught up with me and I'm like, you want to go to Palm Springs? I didn't know her from Adam. And she's like, yeah. And then she let me pick her up in the middle of the night, which makes me seem like a much older, creepy lesbian person, but I'm not. I was just like, I know this girl can get up this hill. So she was super fun. And then we were going hiking at Mount Wilson. She was going to introduce me to her boyfriend and she got sick that morning. Then she called me and said, fuck, I'm pregnant. That was the last time I went hiking with her. So it is so fun to see her and go to dinner with her and meet her sister. I know Jake, baby daddy. And I'm super excited for her. Super excited. And then behind her comes my Paigey. My Paigey's pregnant. And I'm super excited about that too. 62 on Friday. Oh my God. Happy birthday, 62. So yeah, so I'm a Leo and I hate the wind. Yeah, wind is tough, but I know my Paigey's so cute. I'm so excited for Paigey. Paigey's having a boy. And let's see, a friend, I always end up wearing the same thing by accident. What the hell is up with you're reading their mind and wearing it. Yeah, so cute. Maya is so cute, pregnant. She's so super cute. And she's so super cute. And like, I'm so excited for her. She's wearing flowered dresses and all kinds of stuff. And she's so cute. Anyway, I ate half of her chili cheese fries. Who the fuck takes food from a pregnant woman? Okay. Aw, thank you. Thank you for that, you guys. Who eats a pregnant woman's food? The pretend anorexic over here. That's really a binger. So yeah, that girl, she does it. Hold on one sec. Oh, I got it. People text me, right? No one knows what I'm doing because I can't keep it up myself. I mean, I don't have anything to keep up. I have no idea what I'm doing. All right. Tonight, Paul's putting up schedule tomorrow. Sorry, y'all. YouTube. All right, there. God, I can't. It just never fails. Because I'm one person, it's like super difficult for me to focus on anything. And no, I don't want anybody in my business. So y'all gonna have to put up with me. I could be a billionaire. Well, no, I couldn't. But anyway, I could do a shit ton and I just want to do it myself. The only person I'm going to be having working for me, if anything ever happens, is my Paigey. She's such a good organizer. So, but she's pregnant, so that's not going to happen right now. But if I did, it would be my Paigey, because that would be so fun, and she'd be talking to you all on the phone. Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's talk about this. I did the Anne Heche video. I can't even remember what the heck, how you pronounce her name, but that video is really interesting. I do feel a lot of these people that are being exterminated. No, John has not served the papers. He is telling me that I need to agree. Oh, fuck everybody. He's telling me I need to agree with his terms. His terms are this, his last current terms. I think I will voice them. He didn't send them to my lawyer, so I'm just actually going on what he said. He wants to stay in the house until he dies, which he figures will be soon. But if I know his gene pool, he'll live into his 90s. Okay, so he wants to stay in the house and he wants to keep the business. He wants me to pay the $20,000 in taxes for the business building, for a business building that I've never had keys to or been in 27 years, other than when he's there. And that he signed my name onto his business so he could get credit through my name, which caused me to pay 10 grand back in taxes in 2010. So we played that game already. And then he said, at the time that he dies, I'll get everything, but half the business building will go to Jason. So my child and no child should be in my divorce. Get the divorce, separate, and then you can leave your money to the dog shelter, to Jason, to, you know, Hare Krishnas, whoever you want to. So it's that. No, nothing for me. Just I wait till he dies and I get the privilege of that. So basically I said, I'm sorry, that doesn't work for me because I'm not going to work to pay your taxes. He goes, well, they're your taxes. I'm like, only because you put the building into my name and I never had access. Everybody else has access to it. by the way. So did his son Jimmy when he OD'd, because that's the building he overdosed in. So John gives keys to all of the boys in the family so they can go do their drugs there, build their drugs there, and whatever. So let's not forget the, that. When you know they're doing drugs in there and they've got chemicals in there, it's like, why are you going to let them go there? I'm just asking. But anyway, I don't have keys. So whatever. Yeah, of course he is. Yeah, I know what he's doing. So my lawyer said she filed the motion. So the judge can make the decision about signing. He might have been. He expects me just to do it. He wants everything. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I've asked for nothing but fairness. And I don't even mind giving him a little bit more because he's older, but I'm not doing things the way he wants. And I will not involve my children in the divorce, because the divorce will be handled between the person I married and me. Look, now I'm on a fucking tangent again. The person I married and me. And yeah, I am being kept hostage. This is how the marriage went. I'll take your children from you. You're a fucking whore. No one will fucking give you custody, you psychic mental patient. You know how it went. So I just stayed. I stayed. And then my son died. And then we know what happened. Yeah. So anyway, all of that aside, yeah, my lawyer should have actually put the motion sooner. We were waiting for John. She was waiting for John's lawyer because she said there was a deal coming. I don't feel I should have to wait for his lawyer. I don't want to do that. Like, no matter what I say, put the fucking paperwork in. I want it separated. And he's like, no, you're not going to separate before you deal with the property. And I'm like, the hell I'm not. You can fucking play your property games. I'm getting a divorce on paper. Anyway, not a problem. We are still friendly when we chat, as long as I hang up in time. I've said that. Now there's a 2-month wait. Yeah. So, all of that. Just so everybody knows, I stayed married so that my kids wouldn't be taken. I had no way to fight them in court. So I can't fight like that. I can fight them, but it's really a reaction. So if I'm fighting you, it's a reaction because I'm not really a fighter unless you do something shitty. Like if you bring it up first, I'm gonna finish it. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about that it has nothing to do with anything. However, when they tell us turn the other cheek, look the other way, don't respond over here, don't respond over there, they're gaslighting everyone. Because unless you stand up to bullies and unless you set your boundaries with bullies, if someone has a gun in your face, and again, I'm going to say this, when Jason was held up at gunpoint when he was 21 at our house, home invasion robbery, because we live in a really awesome neighborhood that I moved us into and I've been blamed for. But anyway, when Jason got held up at gunpoint, he grabbed the gun and the kid said, you're going to die. And he said, I ain't going to die today. I'm not going to die today. So he energetically pushed the words back. So when people say turn the other cheek, that's a no, I'm not moving into the house with Jason, Lola. What's wrong with you? No, I'm having my own life. My child should have his own life away from his parents, in spite of codependent John, who thinks that every family member should live up on top of each other. However, John, I don't see you living with your daughter. Why hasn't she invited you to live with her? Yeah, go live with your grandkids and your daughter. Go on, do that. Do that. Okay, so anyway, everybody has a right to their own life. They do. I never expect to live with kids, and I don't expect to live with anyone's parents. I like my own energy. If I'm in a love relationship with somebody, I want to be with them. Obviously, if you have small kids together, you're going to stay together. But, I choose to be with whoever it is, up close and personal, right? You're lucky you didn't get the boob shot. Yes, he has 2 grown kids from a first marriage. Jimmy, who died of an overdose right there, and his daughter, otherwise known as a pain in the ass. That one, she's older than me. Yeah. So anyway, I know they found that little girl. I didn't know who that little girl was. I did not know who that little girl was that they found in the car. I don't know if someone pushed her off in her car. She drove off. My instinct right away was, no, I know what Jesus was saying, but everybody in this culture says, well, Jimmy was allowed to hang out. He had keys to the work building that I didn't, that I owned at the time, that was put into my name, but I couldn't get in there. But the drug addicts could get in there to do the drugs and the chemicals and do their drugs in private, and nobody knew. I'm just fucking saying. Okay, so anyway, yeah, no one else takes responsibility for him. Now Jason and Kenna and Lila are in the house, and that's gonna just blow up. So that's all I'm gonna say with that. Anyway, Yeah, let's see. I had to live with his mother for 12 years and then got yelled at. And it's like, dude, just because you gave away her house in the first divorce to your first wife, why do I have to live with your mother? And I quote, because she was here first. To which I replied, then you should fuck your mother. Sorry, did I say that out loud? Oh, God. But that's what I mean. So anyhow, yes. No, it was horrible. I've not had any peace, not any joy. And they called me the day after my birthday because John took me out for my birthday, so he had to punish me on my birthday by calling me to the house to referee a fight in the house that he himself as a man could not referee. No, I don't think that girl was killed. I think she drove off the cliff or they put the thing in, but my instinct was she drove around a corner and off. But anyway, yeah, that's what happened. So I had to do that, which he involved me in. And, you know, my son cussed me out. Kenna don't talk to me. I had to get everybody's family involved in it because I don't want something to happen. Lila lives in the house. It's not a safe environment for anybody. Just putting it out there. So I said, if this happens, but see, no one does shit. So whatever. Anyway, when you move these yahoos in and you get them to sign a lease. So Catherine, you sent me that email. Catherine from Canada. And she was dead on right. I found out when I went over last Tuesday that he had Kenna and Jason sign a lease. So if I try to get him out of the house, he's used my child against me to stay in the house. Yes. Of course I need to stay away from him. Yes, I do. I'm waiting for the divorce until then. Anyway, okay, so what I was going to say is when they say turn the other cheek, I don't want to talk about him anymore. Yeah, he's using my kids against me and Kenna and Lila, and it's like, and then today I said I should come clip baby Jack's toenails because he's got one really long nail, and I watched a video. You feed them and you clip their little nails. That's what you do. You put the animal between your legs, you thigh grip them. That's what I did with Mew Mew. And then you clip their nails. So I got some, yeah, John is an Aries, and I just can't deal with male Aries. Don't be approaching me if you're a male Aries. I will not deal with male Aries or male Scorpios, for that matter, male Pisces. So throw them all in the bunch, okay? Yeah, he's a fucked up person. But, so I wanted to cut baby Jack's, did I just lose a top? I just lost a top again. Oh my God, y'all. Look, I found it. There it was. They come out. Anyway, so I want to clip little baby Jack's nails, clip his little nails so that he's, you know, like this, right? So his little nails are better. Anyway, John's like, don't get me involved with the dog's nails. I'm like, but get me involved with my son and daughter and you in an argument? Son and daughter-in-law with you in a fucking argument? But don't bring up baby Jack's long nails, you know? Yeah, I'm just saying I could cut down the nails. That's all. I watched the whole video and I did it with Mew Mew. I did it. She was mad, but I kept putting the treats in front of her. And you get her like this. So I grabbed her two fronts. She's between my thighs, and I clip. Then I kind of put my leg over her and then got the back legs and put the little treats in front. Baby Jack is even more food motivated, so he will let me cut his nails, you know. Yeah, no, I shouldn't have to pay a penny towards his upkeep. I should just have to let him live in the house and nothing benefits from me because I don't matter. Only his age matters. Anyway, shut up. No one cares. Remember that. Nobody fucking cares. All right. Okay, so no, I'm a doormat. I've always been a doormat. This is what happens when you owe in a marriage. You owe half and half. But this is what happens when you don't heal childhood trauma. So when you are a scapegoat, you are beaten in childhood, you are verbally abused daily, your whole family turns a blind eye to sexual abuse. This is what happens. You go out, you do it. You don't heal yourself. You don't do it. You go and do it again. You get into one marriage, you end up getting beaten in a marriage, you leave, you think this one won't beat you, and it's a different kind of abuse. So, and then you abuse back because you're caught in a cycle. So it's really, really wrong. Yeah, no, it's really, really wrong. And I take responsibility. I have a responsibility to heal myself, which I'm doing, have done, have always been in therapy. Can't fucking deal with it. But yeah, I heard I don't think it's foul play. I think she drove off. My instinct was she has to be in a ditch. But I didn't really look at it from the point of view of foul play. I will look at it. I barely knew who she was. She's 16. That's all I knew, and that's terrible. Yeah, no, I know it's not fun, but baby Jack needs his little nails cut because he's hurting him. He's got one long one, and he loves to scamper around. It hurts him. Yeah, I know they found her. Yeah, I was held hostage. I told you, I wrote hostage on the bathroom mirrors. Keith came in my bathroom. He's like, who's a hostage? Who's a hostage? I said, your mother's a hostage. He said, can we just take this off the mirrors? I'm like, don't touch my lipstick, hostage message. Poor Keith thought mother was crazy. His mom was crazy. Anyway, when they talk about turning the other cheek, you guys are so sweet. What I'm saying is I have to stop talking about it. But when they say turn the other cheek, like, oh, you're the bigger person, actually, that's wrong information. If someone has a gun or they're going to run you over with the car, then yeah, let them be the bigger person. No, I think baby Jack will be fine. I just think she hasn't been able to get him to the, she works all the time. And, you know, I don't know. They don't scratch like cats. But anyway, I learned how to do it. I watched a whole video so I could cut these pets' nails. Baby Jack's pretty big, but he's docile. He's nice. He doesn't like being yelled at. He doesn't like things like that. So he's pretty good. And if you put some, I'm sure if you put a meatball in front of him, because he steals those off of the spaghetti plates, he will be happy and he'll let me cut his nails. Or maybe he'll bite me and attack me. Who knows? Yeah, so here's what I was going to say. When they say turn the other cheek, be the bigger person, that's gaslighting people. If you start it, I'm going to finish it. So I'm responding to it. You don't have to respond to everything, but if somebody is bullying you, you actually need to stand up to them on some level to say, no, I'm not going to do that, or no, I won't. Because a bully depends on intimidating you and, you know, threatening you. So to stand up and say, no, I don't agree, you're probably maybe not going to win and you may have to step aside, but literally turning your cheek to be the better person. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Is such bullshit. No, that doesn't make you a better person. It makes you pray for bullies, bitches, and assholes is what it does. So I always say, if you start it, even fucking 40 years ago, I'm going to speak it later on. You just didn't think I'd have the power to do that, but I will. If you start it, I'm speaking it. If you say it first, I'm doing it after. I will always stop you from what you're saying. And if you want to stand up against me, you have to prove that you didn't start it, because I know you did, or I wouldn't be saying what I'm saying. If you don't say shit to me, I'm not going to fight back. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care. If you say something ignorant first, I'm going to respond. You're ignorant, you're fucked up, or no, I don't agree. And then I'm stepping away from you. This is what I do. So if you continue to bully, if you continue to turn the other cheek and ignore, they're just going to go after you because they think you're weak. They think you're weak. Yeah, you know what, Spicy Lady, that's what happened to me. I mean, I would fight back and it's a reaction. It's a reaction to what's going on around. However, I literally have said, you open your fucking mouth and you start it. I'm not backing down just because you're trying to force me to be submissive by saying shitty things, screaming an inch from my face and saying bullshit to me that's a fucking lie because you're an addict. I'm not backing down. So you can scream like this and I will cover my face to protect it. That went on a lot. I will do that, but you're not going to win. I'm not going to agree with you. I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to do it. However, it's no good when you have children to do that. So remember that. You should probably divorce the person. But if they're threatening you and you don't have any back, oh God, yeah. Well, that's what... Yeah, it was psychotic. It was in my face. Oh my God. And just the bullshit. I already told you the helicopter stories. I can't go there with the cocaine addict. And see, here's another thing. Look, I'm lisping. Here's another thing, okay? I told John I'm moving back in. He can't kick out the renters. Who uses their kids like that? The fuck is wrong with you? Thank you, Karen. Thank you. But if you start it, I will finish it. If you call me a name, if you tell me something, if you say it, I will fucking finish it. Now, I may not finish it the way you want it, but it took me a long time to get my strength because I was scared to leave my children, scared that I was a whore. Meaning when you're in the sex industry, when you're younger, you get, not now, because everybody's in the sex industry. I put them in a jar. Everybody's in the sex industry, meaning everybody on Instagram, they're half naked. I mean, I wasn't even half naked in my real life and I got called whore 24 fucking 7. I grew up in a house where I was called whore and I wasn't dressed like a whore. Even if I was, you can't call me that. But anyway, when you grow up in the sex industry and you're in whatever level, stripping, you're in the clubs really young, people do call you all kind. Like when I was there, no one was paying the club owners. They had to pay us quite a bit. So I was making like $2,000 a week for 3 sets a day. So I just had to, in a 6-hour shift, do 3 12-minute sets. So one in the morning, one at middle of the day, and one before I left, right? Like divide that up. So I was getting $2,000 for that, not to mention table dances, all of that kind of thing, right? Go be a pole dancer if you want to be, Ruth. Just go do it. And so those kinds of jobs at that time, you got called whore a lot. So they do take women from children, especially women that think are sluts and whores, right? Whatever that means. Every man on planet Earth is that, by the way. Okay, not everyone, but a lot. So if you're afraid of losing your kids, I didn't know that I had rights. I didn't understand. I was 14 when I left home and I had no adult parental input telling me this is what you can do. And I had no friends that knew what I could do. My friends were equally, whatever. So I had no idea. So all I could do was stay. Yeah, I didn't want to stay. So he knows that. I didn't want to stay. My kids were damaged. I suggest don't damaging your kids. I suggest literally just leaving. But see, if you leave without your kids are alienated and told that you're that. I thought I could control that by being in the house, but my kids ended up hating me anyway, meaning they didn't like me anyway. So you're not going to do that. You're not going to be able to do it. Your kids are going to end up hating you if you have somebody in your house. That thing came right out. If you have somebody in your house who is, whatever, right? They're going to end up hating you any which way. And it's terrible. Okay. Of course. Yes, I know. I know what's going on. Anyhow, with that said, there's so many people. Now, I want to get to my next topic, which is on a missing young girl. There's so many people. This is what pimps do. So I'm going to start off first with what pimps do. Pimps use female friends, relatives, girlfriends, whatever, okay, to lure other women, female friends. So you can't even trust women right now because these I guess they call them pick me women. These women who want these men's attention and or money and or prestige end up luring, okay? No, John has no flaws. It's just me. I'm the 2-bit whore. I hate that word. Okay, anyway, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, so anyhow, when they go into high schools, I had a dear little friend, I'm just going to call her Ashley. She was a girl that went to Burbank High. I'm not say her last name. And she's a dear young woman. Okay. She's a mother now. She was approached by a pimp in Burbank High and pimped out. Okay. Literally pimped out on heroin and pimped out. And so she had a hard time. I saw her mom would bring her whenever she was in, and her mom fought for her like crazy. And she's super, super a good, beautiful young woman. Now, she's got her kids. She's straightened up. She got off the drugs. She got off the street. She told the pimp to fuck off. She thought the pimp was her boyfriend. So when you come from some environment where you don't feel like you're, lovable for whatever reason, whatever your issue is, your trauma is, whatever it is, and some man says he's your boyfriend, but he's really your, don't worry, I'm fine. But anyway, he's your boyfriend and you believe that, but really he's a fucking pimp utilizing your energy. This goes to the higher echelon. So you've got somebody on, a kid on the street being pimped out on a street corner or hooking for drugs. They get them jacked on drugs so they can't think clearly. And then the demons come in around them and keep them stuck because it pleasures the evil to watch you be evil because it corrupts your soul. When it corrupts your soul, you don't try to get out of it because you think no one is going to love you. Unconditional love goes past that. Okay, so you love what you love unconditionally anyway. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what my kids did. Okay, does not matter. My Jason and my Keith and my Lila and my Kenna, does not matter what they do. I will love them unconditionally. Okay, I will love them. That's what unconditional love is. It's not conditional on whether you weren't a whore, you weren't on heroin, you weren't a prostitute, you didn't live with a pimp, you weren't a stripper, you weren't a sex worker in a escort company. It's not contingent on that. You weren't a drug addict. Even if you murder, rape, and pillage, it's not contingent on that. You either love somebody or you don't, okay? You may not be able to be around them if they're raping and pillaging, but you either love them or you don't, right? So when a young girl ends up as a street sex worker for her drugs and for all of those things, it's very hard. That's what the first thing they do is they get the girl, thanks, Bobby, thank you for that. They get the girl out of her environment and they corrupt her. Once they corrupt her, they say, who's ever going to want you? Who's going to want to be with you? You're nothing but a piece of shit. You're nothing but a prostitute. You've got kids. You're a junkie. You're a hoe. You're a blah, blah, blah. Who's going to respect you? Who's going to do this? They believe that because our society says that, okay? Our society says all of those things, that you don't believe that you're going to be accepted when you come back into society. However, looking at the state of society right now, nobody should be worried about that, right? So yeah, shame-based programming, that's the first thing. Also understand, I'm lisping with this, when you're on, good for you, Penn, 12 years. I know Kato got caught behind the washer. Mew Mew's sound asleep. She's over there. I can't really see her. Anyway, when you have that shame with you, you actually believe that you're not acceptable in society, as if nobody else is walking around with shame. Now take that up a notch to the elites. The elites use their blood cult family lineage. Think Armie Hammer. I just can't get over Armand Hammer. Hello, my name is Armand Hammer. Armie Hammer. Okay, stop. Anyway, all of these people start doing things. They are ritualized, okay? They are, it's done to break you so you don't leave. But they are ritualized in order to keep control over them, to utilize them for their energy as kids, to corrupt the soul. Because what does the opposite of God like? Oh, Armie Hammer, that's him. Armie Hammer is actually really a good-looking man with a corrupt soul as fuck. Family comes from elite money, completely corrupt. Anyway, when you're thinking of elite families, they do the same thing as the street pimps. You want money, you want wealth, you want fame, you want power. Well, we're going to corrupt you. We're going to blackmail you so you can't move forward. And we're going to discredit you so you have to align with our lie, because the devil always lies. Call it satanic, call it whatever you want. The devil always lies. So when you get people trafficked out there, stolen, 800,000 kids missing in the United States of America every year. When those kids disappear, but he's a cannibal and he wanted to eat his wife's arm. So like when somebody's saying that to you, it's like, I don't care what you look like. I just see, okay, I can't even eat like pork, let alone eat another human. But that's part of their culture. So understand, when you align yourself away from God or away from the God Christ consciousness, you are aligning with the beast system. The beast system replicates the Christ consciousness because they're copycats. They have no personality of their own. And they tell you, you're in charge of your life here, which to a degree is true. You have free will. You have free will. However, once you've been corrupted and you are now shame-based, fear-mongering, and guilt-ridden, then it allows the beast system evildoers, workers, demonic entities, aliens, orbs, whatever, to align with you. And then the more they can corrupt you, the funnier it is, because you're not going to want to go back and ask for forgiveness because you've been so corrupted. So you're going to take a stand, as does the human being, and say, this is what I'm going to do. Okay? So that's exactly what happens. So when you're looking at sex trafficked kids, you're looking at kids that have been so degraded physically, mentally, sexually, violently, and so brainwashed because they are a shell of their former self. Like that little JC Lee Dugard. She couldn't even say her real name to the police when they did that, right? Yeah, don't react to it. But I'm saying they're already in the, Satan loves to corrupt. That's what he does through porn and drugs. Never think for one moment that the drugs that they're putting into our kids, everything, fentanyl I'm speaking of. I took a fentanyl course this morning. Yeah, I decided not to work out. So there's an organization online. Let me get oh, I don't have it on this. Let me get the name of the organization. So I took their little online course. I have to look it up on my Instagram. Sorry, you guys, because I cannot remember. It's .net. Let me just look it up. I posted it so I wouldn't forget it because, okay. Let's see. Oh, no. Hold on. I'll tell you. And then I'm going back, but I got to just tell you this. endoverdose.net. So they send out free Narcan. Well, it's $7 for the shipping. I made a donation, but I went through their course about how to recognize it. I personally know how to recognize it. I personally, many of Jason and Keith's friends, along with all the kids, are on the fentanyl. So I kind of can see that. But I took that instead of working out and did that. I already have Narcan I carry in my purse so that I could, because there's so many people overdosing. So many people. You have no idea. I mean, my little friend, her brother's been gone a year now, overdosing. So anyway, I took this little course. I watched it twice because I got 2 questions wrong, which was weird. I don't know why I did. But anyway, I wanted to find out more about it and then get more and then start making people aware of that because they're trying to corrupt the youth by legalizing marijuana, making alcohol legal. I'm not saying moderation. Don't go there with me again. And to the coffee Nazis out there, never email me and say that I'm bougie because I pick on fentanyl and not deal with coffee addiction. Okay, assholes, we're not talking about coffee. Get a life. We're talking about fentanyl, okay? And to correct that, I said matty-headed troll, not nappy. Matty, like matted hair. Matty-headed troll, okay? Matted hair. I know, it just makes me crazy. Anyway, so I took this little course on that website, then donated, and then, ordered the Narcan so that I would have more than one. I'm going to leave one down at my old house just in case there should be an overdose down there, which it seems, like we're going down that road. But anyway, and by the way, a lot of things in this society, what they get people jacked up on, they are now making candy-colored fentanyl because they want to indoctrinate children. Just like those cigarettes. Remember those cigarettes when you were little? They were candy sticks. They were super sweet, and you go like this, and it would blow sugared powder with a little red end. That's to indoctrinate you into smoking. That's to indoctrinate children into smoking. That should not be allowed. Because it's brainwashing. They just want candy cane cigarettes. Yeah, and they're making rainbow fentanyl. Exactly. Why the fuck are you doing that? So 10-year-olds get it and die because they think it's a candy? Is that what you want to do? Is that what you want to do? That's disgusting. And why we allow that. Anyway, when these kids are out there and they're on the streets and they don't care, thank you so much for that, for coffee, my huge coffee addiction. Thank you so much. Hilarious. Thank you. Yeah, they gave us candy cigarettes. Exactly. DARE program. Yeah, the DARE program. You see the convoluted backwards. That's the beast system. Anything they can do to make you corrupt your soul. Now, if you know, human beings are born into sin. I finally understand this at 56. We are born into and onto a planet that is a prison planet, basically run by the beast system. So we are born into sin. There will be sin. We all sin all the time. That does not mean you cannot be forgiven and unconditionally loved by the Christ consciousness with Jesus, okay? It does not mean you cannot be. The beast system would like you to say, you've murdered, you've raped, you've pillaged, you've shot up drugs, you beat your wife, you beat your husband, you fucking slapped your kids down, you kicked the dog, you drove the car, whatever it is you did, right? You robbed the house, you slapped your mother, you punched your grandmother, whatever. And they want you to think that because you did that, you cannot be redeemed. And that is bullshit. Because you can, but they don't want to teach that. So they have to keep your brain functioning away from the Christ consciousness, which is into guilt, shame, fear, aggression, and then they can keep harnessing your energy. They love that. Okay? They love that. So I wanted to talk about this. I want to bring this up because I believe that this young girl will be found by November. This is what I believe. I do believe she's still alive, okay? I believe she's still alive. Hold on. Now I got to find it. So I'm talking about Carmen's daughter, Caitlyn, okay? So Caitlyn Murray, and let's see, she was last seen September 30th, 2013, okay? So here's a picture, then I'll read the rest. This is in West, oh God, here we go. Cornell, I hope I'm saying that well, BC. I should know, I'm Canadian, but you know, I'll fuck it up. Anyway, this is Caitlyn right here. This is her. Now, Caitlyn, I believe, was lured away from her life by a female friend on behalf of someone else. I'm going to say that straight out. I never got that she's dead. Deanna never got that she's dead. We all got that she's alive and coming back. But sex trafficked, exactly. But understand, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, she's young. At the time, she was 21, and she's petite, 5 feet tall. So she's 120 pounds, 5 feet tall. She was wearing a blue shirt, hoodie, black Lululemon yoga pants. There's a plug for Lululemon. Not, okay? They put that in there, and then they don't go looking for the girl. Her mother, Carmen, who I know, is, and Bobby, you know, and Jen, and Deanna. We all know Carmen. The issue is the police in Canada did not do their job when it came to her. They reported this as a suicide. Now that should tell, or taking of one's life, okay? Like she jumped. If somebody does something like that, there is evidence of a physical life. There is a purse. There are those Lululemon jogging pants floating up to shore. There are shoes. There's a cell phone. So her female friends are complicit in hiding what happened. And the camera wasn't, I don't think the camera was working, and some of the friends don't want to talk. And again, her name is Caitlyn Murray. Let me get her last seen on September 30th of 2013. She was definitely tricked out by a friend, period. She did not jump, or you would have evidence of her jumping. There is a body to be found. There are shoes. They wash up. They do that, okay? I feel it was a female friend. She was 20. And I feel like they all know. I feel like her former friends know. So she's blonde hair, blue-eyed. And again, what the hell is her birthday? Oh, my God. Now I forget her birthday. But she was 20 at the time, 21 at the time, okay? And I think she's September, October birthday, if I remember correctly. This is Caitlyn right here. Her mom is Carmen on here, Carmen Carr. Contact Bobbi with information. Okay, this is her. She is not dead, but if she doesn't stand up to her bullies, okay? If she doesn't stand up to her bullies, these are her captors. If she's gorgeous. She's just lovely. She's so sweet too. I mean, like her energy is, I bet you she's strong ass. September birthday. Yeah, I thought that. I bet you she's strong ass as hell. But she's been manipulated. She's been fucked over. They've been allowed to abuse her, which is what they do. Just think of Hunter Biden. Just think of Hunter Biden and what he does. And just think about how we overlooked that. Just think about how we overlooked Jeffrey Epstein, who's probably, you know, whatever. They steal, they steal human beings for money. These men that you born September 22nd. Thank you, Bobbi. Thank you for that. Contact Bobbi if you know about Caitlyn. Okay, right here. If you know about little Caitlyn. Contact Bobbi. Anybody. Our guess is she probably has darker hair and it's probably a little bit shorter. They keep them in captivity like John of God. Okay, John of God did the same thing. They take runaways. They do all kinds of things like that. They keep them in captivity. They farm them with their bodies. We have the bodies to bring human beings through. Yes, she was in Canada. Cornell, British Columbia. I hope I'm saying that right. Carmen's going to have to correct me. I never say it right. what happens is, but I believe she's in the United States. They're going to traffic her across the border. The police in that area have not done their job. I'm fucking saying that. She's 21, so this was like 13 years ago. So she'd be Jason's age, 30, 31. Okay? So what I need each and every one of us to do is to pray for Caitlyn tonight, September. Yeah, 92. She's Jason's age, exactly. September 22nd, 92. Thank you, Bobbi. I need every single one of us who wants to pray in whichever manner you do for Caitlyn to be found and to get the strength to walk away from where she is, okay, wherever she is, to walk away, to ask for help, to scream out, to do whatever she needs to do to get away, to bring her home, to bring her child home if she has one, to bring anything that she holds dear home. I need every single person who wants to pray for her. I need the energy to build. This is called building the energy in the name of Jesus. Amen. Okay. In the name of Jesus. Amen. In order to get the message energetically to Caitlyn so that she can step away. I do not feel her dead. I do not feel her dead. Deanna does not feel her dead. Okay. I believe she had close girlfriends and even boyfriends who set her up. Set her up. They set her up. That's going to be on your soul. That's going to be on your consciousness. Okay, you're in BC. There. Is it Cornell, BC? I never say it right. I think it's Cornell. I'm not from BC. I'm from Toronto, but John knows how to say that. It's Quesnel, Cornell, I believe. So we need to pray for her to step away because I know she's going to be found. Deanna said it. I said it. Everybody said it. We don't feel she's dead. Bobbi doesn't feel her dead. Jen doesn't feel her dead. Her mom doesn't feel her dead. Who's Carmen? She's missing. But the police want to attack the family. The reason the police do this, it's not all police, because Officer Stacy, who's a homicide detective, is not like that at all. She comes to my aid. She fights. She fights for every single murder victim she deals with. But the reason the police do it is they come from a Masonic background. So understand the structure of, and I'm sorry about lisping. Anyway, the structure of authority in our country and in North America and every other country is Masonic. These people are said to have power over us. No, they work for us. They work fucking for us. And the police in Canada need to fucking answer where her body is if they're so goddamn sure she jumped. Where's her body? What? She jumped? They find all these homeless people in the river. They find all kinds of bodies everywhere. But this body, no, they didn't find it. Nor did they find the Lululemon leggings, which she borrowed from a friend before she jumped. Now, who does that? I think I'm going to jump, so I'm going to go get the Lululemons from my friend and take her leggings with me. No, that's not what happened. Okay, so that's not what happened. Okay, not what happened at all. So the police want to fight the parents, call the parents crazy, which is like an abusive marriage. Call the mother of this, call the mother of that, call her crazy, say she's delusional, say she's angry. Yes, she's fucking angry. Her child is missing. So it's one thing to say they off themselves. Where's the physical evidence? Die in style, exactly, ridiculous. Where's the physical evidence of this? And to her girlfriends, which I'm not going to say their name, but it rhymes with Irish coffee. There's a certain girlfriend that rhymes with Irish coffee. You need to come clean. I'm putting that out in the ethers. Remember Bailey's Irish cream? Remember that? Anyway, Bailey needs to come clean, and whoever else. They need to come clean. People know, so I'm asking for people to come clean, okay? I'm asking for them to speak up. It does not matter if you did something to her. Just say what you did and give her parents peace. It's unacceptable to steal human beings. Unacceptable to steal a human being. How dare you steal a human being? And in the name of Jesus, amen, under the umbrella of God, find this little girl, Caitlyn, and bring her back. How dare you steal a human being? What fucking planet do we live on here? We accept that. The police, we can't do anything. Yes, you can. You know that girl didn't jump. Show me where she jumped. If you think she jumped, I question you. And there should be a bill put into legislation in Canada that that's not acceptable. Where's her body? And if you find the body, we'll apologize. But we know you're not going to find the body because she was trafficked out. Oh, I know they do. but with the help of God, you can bring somebody home to energetically. If Caitlyn feels, remember, energy is not constrained by environment, cages, countries, jail cells, hospital rooms, comas. Energy is not done by that. Energy is fluid. So energy can get through the airwaves. We don't believe that because we're told that, okay? We're told that. We're told like you have to pick a phone up to talk. No, you can actually communicate with people. You can say things to people. You can get them to pick you up, like connect with them. This little girl will hear our prayers, okay? This little girl will hear our prayers. So we need to raise the energy. That's called raising the energy. When you bring a group of people in to pray for Caitlyn. So this is what I want to have happen, because I think she's just on the verge of being able to get away, to having the gumption to get away, to wanting to save herself, and or the karmic hold is off of her, the binding, okay? And she doesn't fucking care anymore. She's like, yeah, that's right, I'm out of here. So whatever it is, there's many people that know these girls that are kidnapped, trafficked, and young boys and farmed out, and babies are stolen, and pregnancy and all kinds of things. Yeah. You need to speak up. The people who know, they fucking know what happened. They know what happened. I know they know what happened. I know they know what happened, okay? I know they know. So energy flows, okay? Yes, Isaac Cap, energy flows. Energy flows. That's why you know in your head, oh, I think I'm going to go do this, and then someone shows up at your door and you're like, I was just thinking that you were going to come over and I needed to do this. So of course they're worn down. You can get worn down in a marriage by a bully. You can get worn down in a marriage by an addict, a bully, an alcoholic, a rager, you know, a woman hater, a misogynist. And these people are the level of misogynists. And the women that help them out are pick-me women, okay? Pick-me women who need to have a man, as if you need to have a fucking man, okay? These are pick-me. They're so pathetic that they would turn one of their fellow females in. So they've been raised in a misogynist mindset where these women can't even embrace another attractive woman, a beautiful young woman, or protect a woman. A woman's instinct. We are stronger. Look at female lions. We are stronger women than any man out there when it comes to our children. And yet these women, these pick-me bitches, these women, they kidnap, take, and prostitute out their own kind. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Unbelievably unacceptable. So that needs to be stopped. And these people, these men, like Hunter Biden, I'm going to say it again, like Hunter Biden. That's right, Hunter. What do you do with them young girls that you're rubbing their feet and they're walking all over you? And that's okay. And it is true, Hunter is not his father, but let's not forget, his father is like sniffing kids. Like, excuse me. Back away, you hair sniffer, right? Back away. No, I know it's for money. They do it for money. But see, money is part of the beast system, and it's an earthbound concept. If you want to stay on this 3D world, you can keep incarnating back and back and back again, like Biden, like Trump, like all of those people. You can do that, and you can want your opulence and your money and all of those things. But that's actually not who we are, okay? Yeah, he likes his legs rubbed in the pool by the little kids. Who on God's planet Earth says shit like that? Who says it? Who says, when I was in the pool and the kids were rubbing the hair on my legs, what, you stupid motherfucker? What are you saying? I would have socked him in the face. I'd be like to my kid, get away from him, because he doesn't impress me when he says that. I don't care who he is. President, millionaire, Army Hammer, Mick Jagger, fucking David Bowie, Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie. I don't care who the fuck you are. I do not care who you are. Do not sniff. Do not throw your money at me like it's something great. Do not do that. Anybody, any idiot can make money. You people have cheated, okay? It's exactly like the men who dress like women and men are more attracted to them because they don't have cellulite, they don't have hips, they don't have curves. That's cheating. Hormonal cheating, okay? If you're truly going to go out there and take men, cheating. So what's going on right now is they are being given a load of crap. First of all, they take the belief in the afterlife, the other side. They take that belief away. They tell them there is no other side. You're going to live here, and nobody wants to be murdered. Quite frankly, it is hormonal cheating. Women have cellulite. We get pouches after giving birth. We get, you know, crepey. Oh my God, I'm trying to get rid of the crepey skin. We get crepey skin. We age, and we women are abused, battered, and told we lose our vitality. No, bitches, we become powerful. Okay, we become powerful with our age. Every single woman on here has to know how powerful she is. Youth is not powerful. Look at the messes we got ourselves into in youth. And speaking of Caitlyn, she befriended somebody without the recognition that they didn't really like her because she was young and naive, okay? Had she been 50, she might have seen what her friends were not her friends. But when she's young, who's thinking like that, okay? Who's thinking like that? Nobody. So women in their 50s, 40s, actually after the age of 42, women get their power. We are strong. We are powerful. We are the only ones that can reproduce. They're after our womb. Look what they do. They bombard us with pills. Birth control for acne. Do you really think people need to take a fucking foreign substance from the pharmaceutical company for acne? Do you really think if you take birth control that you inject into your arms, you don't get a period for 4 months? What the fuck do you think that does to your body? I took birth control at 14 for 1 month, and I knew it wasn't for me. It literally corrupts your femininity. It corrupts your womb, and it corrupts your natural cycle, which aligns with the energy. You don't flow the same way. I'm not saying I enjoyed my fucking period either, because I went psycho every month on it. However, birth control literally causes problems, and the pharmaceutical looks at us like test cows, and they don't like it. You can dress up like us. They're trying to eradicate women by making everybody transgender now and making them he, she, and they, and birthing person. I almost called my birthing person. I'm like, are you a birthing person? I was like cracking up. I said, you know, no, she's a pregnant woman. The men can't get fucking pregnant. We can get pregnant, okay? We are the ones that are in control, right? Yes, sin is corrupting, absolutely. We can get pregnant. We're the ones that can teach younger women. That's why women need to support other women, not fight them, not call them this, not call them that, and not just stop. Men do that enough to us. They call us all kinds of names. They try to hurt us. We're supposed to put up with their bullshit. No, 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 no. N-O, no. And the bullshit from men is we have a child trafficking network that runs straight through the four corners of Arizona, bitches. Bitch witches in Arizona. I don't take any pills either. I mean, if I have surgery or root canal, I do. I know root canals are bad. I understand. These witches in Arizona, four corners, trafficking like bitches through the four corners in Arizona. They got their drug runners. They got their fucking cartels coming in. They got all kinds of little minions running drugs up and down through the country. They got it up and down through Canada on the East Coast. They got it all the way down through to Mexico. They just hijack you and do that. And how come we got so much fentanyl coming in this country? Where is it coming from? Because I can't go through a stop sign without getting a fucking ticket, okay? Seriously. Bobbi knows that. She was on the phone with me. I can't even, like, literally do a California stop and get away with it, but fentanyl is flowing everywhere, and I got stupid-ass traffic Nazis after me. Come on now. Come on, that's a money grab. Come on now. Yeah, I made 15 and 56, but it's a money grab. It's a fucking money grab, okay? It's a money grab. We should be supporting all women in their choice. If you want gray hair, wear your gray hair. If you want to wear lumberjack clothes, wear that. You want to be a dyke, do that. You want to be a feminine girl and have tea parties, wear gloves, do that. You want to live with Hugh Hefner, do that. Do whatever you want to do, but do not go against another woman. That's the first thing we have to realize right now. These women that compete when you're older with younger and give them that, you ladies, you cute ladies out there know. Remember when you were 20 and you'd walk in a room like in a family event or at a club or wherever, and you were so excited. Like, you didn't know you were beautiful. You just thought, like, I'm 20, I got booty shorts on, I'm going to go dance. I don't really care. I want vodka, whatever. You run in there and you got some fucking older women looking at you like this, giving you the look of disdain. Take those looks off your face, ladies, and deal with it. Not everybody looks like you, and you don't look like everybody else, and we're all individuated. All right? So women have a lot of fucking power. So we have the power through prayer to actually bring this little girl back. Okay? We also have the power to change the way that these men treat people, because these men treat people. Where do you think the sales and the money comes from? Businessmen. They take your daughters, they take your sons, and they turn them out because men have to put their penises in children. That's what's going on. I don't care what anybody says. That's why older men date younger. That's why they date them the age of their kids. That's why they keep dating them younger. And age does make a difference. Do not let anyone tell you that age does not make a difference. It fucking makes a difference. I'm 56. You think I'm going to date a 26-year-old? Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to you, the 26-year-old. I'm not going to do that to your family, because you have some issues that you want to date somebody that's your mother's age, possibly older, could be your grandmother, whatever. It's unfortunate that I didn't meet you and we're not the same age, but don't ever think age doesn't matter. It does. Don't say it shouldn't, because it does energetically, okay? It definitely does. Unless you are, like, the one that freaked me out the most was the odd couple. I can't think of his name. The prissy one that was married for 40 years and then went and married somebody who was 28 and popped out 2 kids and died at age 78 or whatever he did. Okay? No, I wouldn't date a 26-year-old. It doesn't matter what I look like. It's inappropriate. I really draw a line like that. I wouldn't date a 26-year-old. It doesn't matter what I look like. It's wrong. I mean, what are you doing? Tony Randall, thank you. Like, what the fuck are you doing dating a 26-year-old? Is that because you can't deal with men your own age? Like, what, you think you're going to mold the 26-year-old into being what you want him to be, or you're going to teach him something he doesn't know? Shut the fuck up. Be his friend. Let him go fuck his girlfriends. Be his friend. But I think it's completely corrupt. I think it's immoral. Now, there's arguments with, you know, what age is good if they're legal, this and that. If you're doing a James Woods and it's 40-year age difference and the girl is 21 and you're dating your friend's daughter, you probably fucked your friend's daughter when she was 5. That's what you probably did, because you're a fucking idiot. So, let's see. Yes, it's terrible. Yeah, 25-year-old women, and, you know, I married the older man. That's all I did. I don't know why I did that, but I wouldn't date. No, like, no. What is wrong with you when you go younger like that? What do you think you're fucking doing? You're trying to corrupt somebody? You're trying to what? How are you going to keep up with them? How are you going to okay, 2 years older is okay. There's peer group, which is probably a 10-year difference. And even that is James Wood, the actor. James Wood, you know, Google him. There's probably a 10-year, like a decade, but even then, a decade's huge. Those are a totally different group of people. It doesn't matter how good they look. It doesn't matter if they look like a crack addict and look fucking older than you. It doesn't matter. Have some fucking respect for somebody younger and let them go on their karmic path instead of binding them because you're afraid to get older and you're afraid you won't get laid and you want to control them and you want to keep it for you and your selfish needs. Don't bind them. Set them free. Set them free. Let them find what they want, because you know more than them. Maturity is a lot. Maturity is a lot. You know what I'm saying? I married an older man too, 17, and he died at 6. Oh, that's pretty young, Nancy, to die. Pretty young. Yeah, I would never marry an age different. I couldn't date my own age. They were too stupid, to tell you the truth. Well, whatever. I mean, not in my mind thinking. I just don't think I'm meant to ever be around men. So, and no, I'm not a lesbian. But for me personally, can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not listening to you. I don't care what you think. And I can pay all my own bills. So, yes, women make choices too. I made a choice to marry a much older man. It was a huge mistake. There's too much of an age difference. 2 decades plus a year is too much of an age difference. It's wrong. We're at different stages in life. It's wrong. 10 or 11, yeah, that's a decade. But you're talking 2 decades. That could be your parent. So I don't accept anything. That's up to you guys. Me personally, I won't date again. So that's it. I think it's a huge mistake. I did it for 33 years. I was in a trauma bond with a control freak and I had to fight back. So no. Yeah, and right now, men my age, I don't know what to say. Some of them are fucking douches, okay? So, and I don't date and I won't go on dating apps, but some of them are douches and they talk stupid and they still like smoking weed and drinking. You know, whatever, do whatever you want to do. They're liars. They're porn addict. I mean, no, just no. I can do everything myself. Yeah, Jerry used to come to some of the parties. Yeah, he's cute. His wife's really cute though. He has this cute wife. I can't think of her name right now. He used to come to Zach's birthday parties. The hell is his wife's name? Anyway, the bikini model, the beautiful, she makes swimsuits, I think, and I can't remember her name. But yeah, well, see, they call us cougars, like it's okay for us to date younger. Out of curiosity, what do you want to do with a younger boy who's 26 when you're in your 50s? What do you want to do? You want to teach him something? So you want to be his parent and fuck him? What's wrong with you? Oh my God, 20-year age difference. No, they're just different. And because you're broken on some level when you go that high up in age, and I'm not, even if you do for money, I know girls that will do it for money. And here's the thing, they're going to be controlled by the money, okay? You will be controlled. You will be controlled. There's exceptions to every rule, but ask yourself, age does matter. Age matters. Age fucking matters. Yeah. I don't want anybody, but age matters. Don't think it fucking doesn't. It definitely does. It matters on everything that you think about, everything that you talk about, everything that you're invested in, everything that you do. You know, I was raised by much older parents, so my childhood was a lot like John's childhood. So we have the same frames of references because my dad was born a few years after John's dad. So we have, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like you have a boundary. You don't go after younger people because when is it too young? When are you too old? You know, people are going to do what they want to do. But can you imagine when that younger person grows up, like I grew up, and realizes what kind of a fucking asshole you are to date somebody their age and how dumb you were and what kind of a predator that person is to do that, even if you're intellectually smart, even if you look good, even if you run your own business. Do you know what you're doing when you do that? You're binding them to you because you think that you have something to offer, and you may have something to offer. I don't doubt that. But in the long run, that woman is controlled by you. She defers to you. She doesn't have the normal growing up, and it's like fucking your parent. Okay, sorry. When you grow up, when the age difference starts to hit, yeah, it didn't last. Yeah, no, I'm just whatever. Just saying. Just saying. I like all men to communicate with. Ashton and Demi. Ashton is the predator in that one. Ashton, I know some back history on him. Ashton has that trafficking app where they actually can find the kids that they're trying to save so that they can take the kids that they're trying to save. You know what I'm saying? Wink, wink. Yeah, Ashton's a predator. He's not nice to his brother. He's got a twin who's mentally challenged. He's not nice to him. He's a predator. He's a corrupter. He's a chaos causer. He's one of those people, okay? Yeah, of course. If they're older, your mom's boyfriend, 20 years older ones, the older men, they fancy themselves something fucking special. They know they're not when they fucking look in the mirror, but they fancy themselves. And they will go for younger and younger, you know? Yeah. Well, men remarry because they need a maid and a housekeeper and a nurse, and they need money. They're not going to be out doing shit for you. They're not going to be doing shit for you. So I don't know what to say. But getting back to men wearing yeah, what the hell is that? I don't know. Yeah, no, Ashton is a predator. He's not a good person, but he's part of the cult. Yes, he lies about it. He has an app where you can find them. They sign into it. That's the oldest trick in the books. The oldest trick in the books. Hidden in plain sight. Mocking you. The oldest trick in the books. Yes, Ashton's a predator. That's what he is. He is a predatory person. Okay? He's predator. Not good. And this is behind the scenes. So it's in their 20s. No, age matters. I don't, first of all, if I have to live with a man, then I have to listen to what his opinions are. And if I'm going to be making more money than you and you're not offering anything and I'm paying bills, the fuck do I have to listen to you for, truthfully? I mean, out of respect, I can listen to you, but at a certain point, I'm not listening to you because I'm at a point in my life where I can excel. And if you're a man and you're younger, unless you can excel, but I don't even need anything from you. What do you have to offer me? And this usually comes in the form of intellect and respect and not calling me a whore. I was very loose. I don't have much expectation at all. I just don't want to be name shamed by some fucker when I don't do what he wants. Or told that I can't drive a car, or told that I'm not good in bed sexually, or told that I'm a fucking whore, or that I look tired, or, my ass is too big. Why don't I get rid of my boob? I want to be told these things. I won't be told any of that, okay? No, not interested. This is just what I find. Yeah, I think, I don't know what you want to say. Mature. Maturity isn't an age thing. You're either mature or you're not. I might remind you that I married a man 20 years older who throws a tantrum like a 5-year-old bitch, okay? So, no. Maturity does not reference by age. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Literally. Maturity is not age. Okay. It's not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some people are just older by nature and mature. I mean, there's a lot of men in their 40s that I talk to, and I'm like, geez, how did you even make it through life having kids? Like, you talk like dumb. You dumb. Um, you dumb. Like, I'm just looking at them going, yeah, okay. They say some dumbass shit. They say really stupid shit. Point. I want to be left alone. Yeah. I've never been on a dating site. Like, there's no way I'm ever dating because I don't go anywhere or do anything. And if a man talks to me, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, I'm not listening to you. I put ear pods in and I wear sunglasses so you don't approach. Don't approach. Make a beeline. Beep, beep, beep. Go that way. Beep, beep, beep. That way. Not doing it. People lie all the time. They lie. They lie. Yeah, no, men never really approached me. First husband didn't want me wearing makeup and being a social butterfly when we go out. He's like, do you have to talk to everybody? I'm like, well, yeah, you're kind of stupid. So yeah, I've got to get intellectual stimulation somewhere else. I never called him stupid, but what I'm saying is he wasn't the brightest bulb in the bunch. And by the time I was like 16, I was like, God, what have I got myself into? So there's that. Yeah, he was great. I wish yeah. I just would find it very hard to believe. I think right now we're in a spiritual war. So I feel like we have to deal with more important things than relationships. That's what I feel like. The younger people have relationships, but when we've aged and been in them, like, why do you need to do that again? I don't know that that's just found out. Maybe isn't my father. Oh my God. Reach out there, Ted Cruz. Wait, Ted Cruz is, what does your thing say? Oh my God, Son of Sam, what is it? I just forgot. We're in a spiritual war. So younger people can have the relationships. Well, they're just doing hookups now. They're disgusting. Well, Maya's in a relationship. She's having a baby. Yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine. Let me just put it this way. I have nothing in this world. My Keithy died and my Jason is not around. So for me, I don't really have anything, but I still can't imagine like having a man around. I feel that would be a huge burden. They call it meaningless sex, but they're hooking. See, that's the B system. They're hooking energy nets like this. You let somebody in, you're hooking energy nets like this. Zodiac killer. Ted Cruz is Zodiac killer. I'm like, it's the son of Sam, Zodiac killer. But yeah, no, they're hooking up, but they're fragmenting their energy like this, and it's binding to all these people. And they're keeping people stuck in habitual patterns of sexual promiscuity in order to keep them down, okay? Yeah, well, I hate to tell you, it doesn't matter what you look like. Men do not usually want attractive women. When I was younger, okay, there's a few men, but they wanted to punch me in the face, okay? So, no, the men I met did not want to be nice. Of course, that's what you get for working in a strip club and dating men out of a strip club. They're not really your fans. They want to degrade you. And it is a degrading job, so that's what they want to do. But yeah, no, I'm usually just doing shit myself, and so people don't approach. So yeah, I don't care about the younger men. Don't date them. Do whatever you want to do. Yet those men are, yeah, right. I know, the monkey in the cage. I loved getting called that. And I'm not going to marry you unless you quit stripping. But out of the other side of the mouth is, you knew I drank when you married me. Huh? Did you not know I was a stripper when you got engaged to me? I mean, like, I met you naked on a fucking bar stool or whatever. Huh? 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 Shut up. Anyway, I know, right? Yeah, I just enjoy... Yeah, I really can't. I never really could understand being in a relationship, so I don't know how I ended up in one. Kids, I guess, and I wish I hadn't have had them either, because Keith died and Jason doesn't come around. So what was the point? I don't get the point in it. If I had to do it again, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't get married and I wouldn't have kids. That's just me right now. Although I wanted to have kids. I know, right? Well, no, I know. John always thought he was attractive. So does his daughter think she's attractive. It's ironic. John wasn't bad looking. I'm not going to comment on his children. His son was very good looking. The men in that family are good looking. Yeah, men are afraid of that. But these are the same men that will go into strip clubs. That's a misogynistic mindset. They look at women as property and objects. Here to dance for them. Yeah, okay, idiots. All right, I dance for you. Not anymore. But they go in for that reason, and then they look at women as subservient as a result of that, and they over-sexualize them, which then they are misogynistic, but they hide it because they know that strippers are ultimately extremely independent, with the exception of the really high ones. Extremely independent women who make a shit ton of money, don't take shit, usually can't find a man, need to pay for companionship, always end up paying. Strippers date the worst men, always. They meet just don't date in a strip club. If you're hanging out in a strip club, you're a misogynist. You need to get out of there. And you need to think about your daughter. If you have daughters, you need to think about that. But it's just such a problem. It's such a problem. I think men. I love men when they love their wives. Yeah, I haven't met many of those. Bobby's husband loves his wife. But I really haven't met many men that openly say they love their wives. I just haven't. They just treat them like garbage. So, I have a couple of friends, but several, but not huge. I can think of my girlfriends are treated well and their husbands love them. But I don't know that they go around saying how much they love their wives, because we know this after many years. But there's a lot of, that's nice. Yeah, you guys are lucky. I didn't have that. I have it when I get in an argument. Of course I love you. No, I wouldn't know this by the treatment. Does not compute here. Because if you slap me here or say something shitty here, then I assume you don't love me. I assume that you're being a bitch. Oh my God, it's terrible. Yeah, it's terrible. But that's what we have in the sex trafficking industry. We have a bunch of men that are misogynists and piggyback off women's energy, their reproductive energy, their sexual energy, everything about a woman. Everything about a woman. They got to prostitute it out there, steal your kids, pimp them out. They got everybody running around like these bitches, the Kardashians. And then these girls suck the fat out of their ass after you pump the fat in your ass. What the hell? And fuck everybody up, right? Yeah. Oh, I know my children matter, but I wouldn't do it again. That's a straight out fact. I wouldn't have children again. There's no way in God's earth I would go through that again. because it ties you to a man. And that's the thing. That's honestly the thing. Says what we already know here on this channel. A lot of psychics know this. It's common knowledge mentally. It's common knowledge. Most guys, yeah, I just wouldn't do it again. I would not have kids again. Mm-mm. I wouldn't risk one dying. I would never do that again. I do not want to do that again. I'm not going to risk that. I'm not going to risk them getting on a motorbike, doing drugs. You understand. You understand. Okay. And the call. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I was reading Paul's email there. Just to let you know, the calendar's open again right now for Deanna and I both. He just messaged me. Okay. So, I would not, okay, I would not do it for the strict reason that when I did a TikTok on envy. Envy, the spirit of envy, is a demonic spirit. People want what you have. If you give birth to a beautiful, sweet, sensitive child, good-looking child, better than average child, smarter on the math club child, athletic child, kind, nurturing child, whatever your child is, they're going to want to corrupt it. The minute your child gets into grade school, they're going to try to rape, fuck, and drug your child. That's it. No matter what you say, your kid is going to get pulled down that way. That's what this planet is. So I would not bring children into this world again. This is what I would not do. But I'm 50, so no one cares. I mean, meaning I can't reproduce. I mean, I'm way over 50. But I would not do that because it was a constant battle. And you know what the battle was with me? These other school moms and dads. I told you, when my kid was 14, I showed up to pick him up. And one of the dads said to me at his house, granted it's his house, and they had an outside bar. And he's like, I told, I'm here to get Keithy. You want to do some cocaine, Sloan? Okay, on what planet do you look at me and think that I look like I want to do cocaine? And on what planet do you look at me with my 14-year-old son coming to get him from your house? You got a shit ton of money. You're high up there in the fucking business industry, but you want me to do cocaine while I'm coming to get my kid, and you don't even know if I do cocaine, which I don't and didn't. So it's like, what else are you going to do with my kid? You going to fuck my kid? You going to have your wife fuck my kid? What are you going to do? And then there's the other parents that let their kids drink and smoke pot as long as it's in the home. When I was growing up in my home, my mom said she was going to let my brother drink at the home because she could control it. Do you know, as an 8-year-old, I'm like, that's fucked up. Like, you're stupid. You ain't going to control shit. You just think you're controlling shit. You're a control freak. So, and as a small child, I say to my mother, that's not right. Like, you shouldn't be encouraging him to drink in any way whatsoever. You should tell him if he does drink, you'll pick him up and to call you. But as an 8-year-old, I knew that that was a erroneous comment made by a person who thought they had way more control than they ever had. I had to fight parents who just laughed at me when I said, do not let my son go in your house while you're at work and nobody is home and he's on the internet doing shit with girls and posting it. Do not. My brother was 2 years younger than me. She would tell me this when I was 8 and I would say no. My brother was drinking when he was 4 and 5, by the way. I witnessed it and they thought it was funny because he would jump off the balcony into the snow and they thought it was funny. It wasn't funny. My dad was an alcoholic. None of that was funny. And I knew it as a kid. Not fucking funny. But because they're rich and because they have money and because they're accomplished education-wise and well-versed etiquette education, not fucking funny, okay? Not funny. You're not funny. That was just me. I didn't feel that that was funny, no matter what. He got drunk on Blue Nun, if I remember correctly. But, he was 4 or 5, little. Got a hold of the bottle of wine, drank it, and then jumped into the snow. Not funny. I would have slapped my kid's face. But when you have parents that condone that because they do it and they don't want to take accountability for their actions, this is the problem. If you don't want to take accountability, see, you were given beer at 11. Yeah, they do that. There's 2 schools of thought on that. Like, get the kid used to it where it's not like, something taboo. However, with the amount of people who feel the need to ply alcohol down their kids, you're getting that from an addict, right? You're probably the parents are addicts. And, Yeah, I did drink, but I quit at 20. So I had a couple of drinks after that, but I really haven't drank in 30 years. But 30 plus. I wouldn't do it around my kids, but it was the parents I had to deal with. There were parents, okay? There were definitely, that's controlling though. That's grooming kids. It's controlling kids when you do that. I told my kids, I told the girls that came into my house, do not shut this bedroom door. I told my boys, here's condoms, use them. And I said, you're not going to have sex in the bedrooms. They did anyway. But I would be like, you can go out and sneak outside like everybody else did. You want to go do drugs? Get out of my face and go do them, because I don't condone this. But when you have a parent that does condone it or justifies it because they can't deal with their own trauma and the fact that they're the problem because it's generational through their family and they think it's perfectly all right to do it because their dad did it, their mom did it, they think it's okay. That's a problem. So I had to deal with tons of parents that were okay with their kids doing shit all the fucking time. Hey, I had kids call me and they're like, can Keith have a beer? No, the fuck he can't have a beer. He's in 9th grade. Why are you even the fuck asking me? To watch me flip out on you? Because I'm going to cuss you out and flip out on you. I had parents that, I told you, would let the kids come in the house when they weren't. I love Blue Nun. I haven't heard of that in so long. Blue Nun. Who names wine Blue Nun? Blue Nun. What does that mean? Unconscious nun? Drunk nun? Why is she blue? Anyway, I never thought of that before. Is it blueberry wine? Why is she a blue nun? Okay. So literally, we had a mother that would go to her job. There was no father in the house. The kids would break into the house. They would smoke weed, film shit on the internet. I would catch them. The mother would say, I can't control it. You know what? You literally need to put cameras in your house, have an alarm, lock the front door. I don't care what you do. When I ask you not to let my kid in your house and you still do it, I have a problem with you. Now I'm taking everybody down with me. So I was that kind of parent. I had to come. I was in no cliques because I had to constantly fight these people. And I told you, with Keith, when he hit 14 and 15, I wanted him to hang out with his friends. I did not want him to get jacked up on cocaine, drink all night, get unconscious, whatever that these kids were doing. So I would go to that cocaine pusher's house and they would, kids would be picked up at noon and 1 and 2 the next day. I would say to Keith, because I was trying to trust him, but I didn't. I don't trust any teenager. Anyway, I would say to Keith, oh, you can stay overnight at so-and-so's house, but I have to pick you up at 6:30 in the morning because I have to give your dad the car and I'm going running and I got to pick you up after I run and then I have work. So I knew that if I picked him up at 6:30 in the morning, and he was the only one that had to leave at 6:30 in the morning, I knew he couldn't get shit-faced drunk at all because he literally didn't have time to sober up and do whatever. So I would pick him up. I would knock on that door at 6:30 in the morning. I'm like, if you don't show up and answer that fucking door and come out with me, ooh, he would get so mad. When he was 17, he gave me a big hug and he said, I knew exactly what you were doing. I was trying to stop them from getting too far out of control while giving him slight freedom. Which, I mean, it's a constant balancing thing. So, good German wine, I know, right? So it's a constant. A lot of the parents are dysfunctional and do shitty things. They drink with their kids. Let's see, who would, I didn't trust anybody with my kids. One time Jason had a sleepover. One time I let his sister take him to the zoo, but that's because her boyfriend was with her. So I knew the boyfriend wouldn't do anything because she was stupid with kids. Like she'd drop them and shit. So no. She tried to do a back bend with Keith on her belly when he was 4 months old. I had to grab, Jason. I had to grab Jason and I'm like, I don't think you should be doing that. He might drop on the floor, asshole. Anyway, just not thinking, trying to get attention, being a dumbass, shit like that. My mother-in-law watched the kids, but here was the problem with my mother-in-law. The problem with my mother-in-law was she was very good. She would let nothing happen to the kids, but she would badmouth me and her son behind our backs to the kids. So Jason would tell me shit that she said after she died. I'm like, what are you even talking about? So I took my kids to daycare at the gym. I would be upstairs. So I really didn't let them have a lot of sleepovers because, when they got to be over the age of 12, yeah, I mean, you're going to tell me if someone's touching you then. But when they're little, like 6 and 7, no, I didn't. I mean, they went wherever they wanted, but I don't trust any man around children. So I told you our neighbor would come over and try to take Keith swimming. And I told John, absolutely no one takes our kids swimming but us. So if the kid drowns, it's on you or it's on me. I don't want to be yelling at a third party person, okay? I'm not doing it. We're responsible for swimming. People do not watch kids. They do not. So yeah, I just didn't trust, and I'm not going to. I mean, if you've been molested as a kid, why are you going to trust people around your kids? I'm just asking. Our cousins, you know, the cousins with the sleepovers, but all the parents were there. They can still do bad things, but not that bad. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I just said, no, the father, fuck that guy. No. Listen, you crack smoking, alcoholic, duplicitous liar about your religion, fucked all your kids up, 5 of them on drugs. No, no, no. You are not. No, I didn't. My mother-in-law watched a lot, and she was really, she was good. Like, if you walked with her, she wasn't going to let you, like, jump out a window or take the car or whatever. But she did say some shitty things, like, your mother's this, your father's that. Jason told me when he was, like, little, 13 or 14. But yeah, so yeah, I didn't do that. I put Jason, unfortunately, in a Scientology daycare when he was 2.5 for 1 day a week for half a morning, and that ended up being a problem. So I pulled him out of that. That was not good for him. There was trauma that happened to him in that. I just wanted him to socialize a bit, and I would sit outside on the curb while my little Jason was in there. And then once I got to know them, I was a little bit more comfortable running some errands for the 2 hours, but I pulled him out after a year because of actually half a year, because you get molested and you let those people babysit your kids. I mean, if you get molested, and by the way, if somebody's on drugs or alcohol, you should not be around kids, period, because you're not in your right fucking mind. And don't say you won't molest, because you may fall a fuck asleep and let one of your dumbass friends, because remember, they know vulnerable. You shouldn't have boyfriends when you have kids in the house raising your fucking kids because you need a man. No, no, no. Because they are predators on your kids. You shouldn't do that. There's so many things you shouldn't do. I shouldn't do. We shouldn't do. You just shouldn't. I trusted nobody. I mean, I was afraid. Being a child is the scariest thing on the planet because people can steal you, they can rape you, they can do all kinds of things. So that's how I think of childhood, getting assaulted and raped. That's actually what I think of. So it was very hard for me to raise my kids because I really didn't trust anybody. I wasn't overprotective. I never knew where my kids were all the time. I find out now. But after being molested, I didn't let any of those people babysit. And as for, anybody that does a backbend with my 4-month-old on their belly and thinks that that's fucking cool, and weird proclivities, I'm not going to let you watch my kid either. I'm going to keep you as far the fuck away from my kid. And even in your 50s, you came back and smoked a bong load with my kid after his brother died. I realize you're both adults, but have some decorum. Have some fucking class. Don't be the asshole that smokes weed in front of your little brother, asshole. Like, what kind of bitch are you? Yeah, that kind of person has no boundaries, oversteps boundaries, and it's wrong. So I don't care who that person is. Like, and Jason was grown. Obviously, he was 27 or 8 when his brother died. What is he? He was 28 when Keith died. But you as a 55-year-old woman, like, why are you smoking weed with my son? What do you think, you're cool? I don't think you're cool. I think you're a douche. I think you're a fucking douche. I think you're a douche for doing that. So let me see. Yeah, grandfathers. Oh, it's the men that target. And there's women. There's narcissist women. I know, it's weird. It was weird, Mindy. It was weird. I mean, I found out, of course, it's just to corrupt. They want to corrupt. So they're corruptors, and they'll corrupt their own children. They won't watch their own children. They'll corrupt them with drugs and alcohol and nudity and perversion. That's the shit that people do. It's just wrong. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's life is the way it is and shit's gonna happen. But right now, my mom took care of kids before. Yeah, I'm glad your mom took care of kids. Right now, I'm just praying my Jason doesn't end up where his other two brothers end up because there seems to be a huge problem with men in that family trying to take out the other men by willfully allowing behaviors behind the women's back so that the boys end up dead and justifying drug use. So when you don't stand up for drug use, and I got two kids dead, and I got one boy left, I pray to God every day my son doesn't end up passing because of the willful, whatever that is, justification of drugs and that kind of thing. Just bullshit, just bullshit. Diane, wait, or Chester. Wait, which Diane? Princess Diana? I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, let's see. I rebuke. Yeah, thank you. I know there is a curse though in the family, and it comes from John. It comes from his side. I'm terrible, but I really believe it does. Scientology. I'm sorry. I'm still joking. You know what? I was such a free spirit when I was younger till I got married. Big problem. Anyway, I gave everybody a chance, and I allowed all kinds of people to thank you for the prayers for Jason too, because Jason needs them. Kenna needs them. Lila needs them. But yeah, after my Keith died, when they didn't tell me he had a motorbike, and they found it funny to keep secrets from their mom because it's fucking funny in a misogynistic household of fucking enablers, okay? The drug thing too. How can you give birth to 4 kids or have 2 women give birth to 4 of your kids and all of them be on drugs? All 4 be on drugs. Like, what's that about, right? What's that about? So that's willful destruction of your children through your justification of immoral behaviors and your immoral actions. That's what I believe. Yeah, I don't care about that. I just don't want them to die. I don't care. I mean, if I die first, it's good. I can bear to bury another child. I just can't do it. But sometimes I feel like the men in the family are willfully trying to destruct. Yeah, thank you for that. No, it's so messed up. The justification of drugs is bizarre in that house. John justifies, and he justified it by telling me that his son that I picked up from the hospital 4 times on an overdose. And that wasn't the only time he overdosed. I just happened to go pick him up 4 times while I was pregnant with Keith, as if that should have been my job or dumped on me. But I picked that boy up, that boy who was my age, who wanted anyone but me to pick him up. He was crying out for help, in trauma and pain, and these bitches in his family did fucking shit. I picked him up, and then he overdosed and died. And John says it was an accident, and he didn't really have a drug problem. And so my kids thought I was lying. My children thought I was lying. Yeah. They were told that I was lying. Yeah. I wasn't lying. Everybody and their cousin knew about it, okay? They just didn't tell dummy John there so that he could keep his ostrich head in the cement. It was terrible. Yeah, no, I shouldn't have been put in that position. I should not have been put in that position. I chose that because that's who I am, okay? But that's the denial. Keith on the motorbike. I should have followed my instinct. Ladies, gentlemen, if you have an instinct about anything, even if it's crazy and you want to kidnap their motorcycles, then just do it. Because Arlene just looked up my group text 2 weeks before Keith died, where Carol was going to hide the bikes in her garage. Just get them over there, she said. And John said, no, they'll just get other bikes. I knew one of them was going to die, and I acquiesced. I always acquiesce to men. I can't do it anymore. So, no. And that's the problem. I should never have listened to him. So I shouldn't have, because they hid it. I went out for dinner with him on the night that Keith bought the motorbike, and he never told me. He never told me. I found out 2 weeks later when I happened to show up and see this beautiful blue bike, and then looked at Jason's black bike and said, why are there 2 bikes here? Yeah, it's usurping your power and everything to keep control. But he would have died another way. I hope not. There was a two-week window of time. Oh my goodness, Beth, I'm so sorry. What happened to Beth's brother? Wait, I missed that completely. Who is the director? I'm not outing her poor husband. I'm not outing her poor husband. Oh my God, Beth, tell me what happened to Beth's brother. Where is Beth? Oh God, I can't see this. Um, he had cancer. Oh, honey, he was so young. That's only because I'm older than him, but 50. I'm so sorry for that. Cancer is very difficult. Yeah, it's Mama Zen, it's difficult. And Beth, my prayers are with you. I'll say a prayer for your brother. That's really hard. When you're a sibling, that's very hard. And exactly who and what their father is. Yeah. Well, I'm glad your kids know. My kids think I'm the demon in the family because they don't like me. My son was killed. BU. What's BU? I don't understand what's BU. What's BU? I don't know what that is. Yeah, I'm sorry, Beth, for that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, before he was found. Jesus. Yeah, we'll see. That's a shame. But who told you to drink and go down the stairs? I don't like alcoholics. I know. They say it's disease. I say it's willful soul corruption. You don't have to drink. But it's willful soul destruction. I don't think the disease makes you drink. I think your willful desire to be in control and drink and not deal with your trauma makes you go after the alcohol, and then you get addicted to it. That's what I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's painful for me. I would never do it again. I mean, I'm not saying I was perfect. I'm 50% responsible, but I'm not a placater of drugs and alcohol, and I'm not a fucking enabler. And if a man hits you, if a man beats you, he knows he can cross your boundary and he will do it again. Drugs and alcohol are not an excuse for a man's bullying. He is a bully by nature and probably learned it in his family. And how did he learn it? Because a woman sticks by and lets her children watch her be abused. And then in turn, the child will continue to follow in those footsteps. And that's exactly what will happen. I know I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. Yeah, there is a craving. I craved alcohol when I was pregnant with Keith. I have no idea why, Jason. I've apologized. Jason likes to bring up things that I did, and John verifies them, but they're the things that John told me his first wife did, not me. So somehow Jason thinks that I did those things, and I never did those things, ever. I never left my kids outside. I never left them unattended. I never didn't check on them. I never didn't fucking go there. I never didn't do anything. I never left them on the school ground. If I was 5 minutes late, I was on their cell phone. Don't you fucking get in a car, or if they texted me, Keith would go home with Marvin and Jason would go home with Tanner. I knew them and their parents. That's different. So I checked. If my kids said they were going somewhere, I showed up. I checked. That's what I did. So I never left them on a street corner. I worked from home. Why would they be on a street corner? Why? Would they be waiting at the school? I never did that. No, that's why I work from home. But somehow Jason has the impression that I behaved like Jimmy's mom, according to John. I don't really know. I wasn't there. I can't speak of how anybody behaves because I wasn't there. I do know how I behaved. So there you go. I still get, you still get punished. Yeah, I get punished. I get punished. I'm being punished. I replace my urges with blueberries and protein bars, which can still make you fat as fuck. Oh my God. Yeah. No, I know. I used to go bananas. I could not. Here's a glimpse. When Jimmy died and I went to get the death certificate at that time, okay, I went to get the death certificate. Paige got me these. These were for Audrey's first birthday party. We had to dress like the 70s. So Paigey got me these. She dressed me low Paigey because, if left to my own devices, I'm showing up in the same fucking outfit all the time. Anyway, when Jimmy died and I went down to LA to get the death certificate, I brought the death certificate home, and there's really only 4 choices on there. There's like accident, oh my God, what is it called? It's another word for drug intoxication. Now I can't remember the actual thing on the death certificate, but there's 4 choices. There's like murder, homicide, natural causes, accidental, and drug toxicity. That means you can take Benadryl and overdose on it. Drug toxicity or whatever. You can do that. So Jimmy's was drug toxicity, okay? Because yes, it is easy to blame. I haven't blamed anyone. I've taken responsibility and begged my children for forgiveness. And I've asked Jason, because I was shitty. I slapped him across the face. You know, I really backhanded him in the car one time what he said. I feel terrible for that. I pulled his hair. I poked his knees. I did all kinds of things. I screamed at him. I threw everything out of his room. I did shit like this all the time. Okay, so I did. I threw drugs out of the house when he was a teenager. I did that all the time. I did that all the time. And every day I got yelled at for throwing his weed out. And every day I threw his weed out. So don't bring weed in my house because I'm going to do it every day. You can, whatever. Anyway, so I got in trouble for all of that. But I apologized for that. But anyway, the drug toxicity that was on Jimmy's death certificate, John, yeah, well, I said, don't bring fucking drugs in my house. And I meant it. I don't care if it's just weed. Don't do it. John's not that kind of parent. He knew exactly what was going on in the house, told me not to clean their room, not to touch their shit. Fuck you, I pay the bills in this house. I'm going in there. Cocaine, weed, pills, fuck you. And Jason brought a big ass safe in the house, put a lock on it, and John's like, well, he let him drag it up the stairs and put it in the house. No. No, John, no. No. Yeah, he did. He let Jason, it came to Mary and Ann's house and he brought it up, put it in the stairs, and fucking proceeded to lock it up till the cops broke into the house and broke it open. But that's the kind of bullshit. John's like, well, he can have a safe in his, are you stupid? Are you stupid, you enabler? I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you? So obviously, like, what's that about? Anyway, because he's weak, because he's a sissy boy. I don't know why he's an enabler. Because he enjoys enabling. His mother did that. I told her, don't give Jimmy money. He's buying drugs with it. She continued to give him money. You know, they're the reason people are dead. So when you enable, yeah, no, I know he's a man now. Yes, I got you. I'm talking about when he was a teenager under my roof where I was paying the bills. If I'm paying the bills for you in the house, I'm the owner of the house. So let's see. Her mom drank a liter of Sky vodka every 2 to 3 days. Oh my God, who did that? Who did that? That's some fucked up shit with the vodka. But anyway, yeah, John denied that Jimmy died of a drug overdose. Everybody knew it and no one told John. I knew it and told John. I told Jimmy, this is what, it was my house. I am paying the bills. It's not the kid's house. So anyway, that was a huge problem. And so my kids were under the impression that I killed Jimmy because their father told them, had he not married me, Jimmy would not be dead. This came out of both of my children's mouth. So that kind of conversation went on. And I will say this about Jason's sister. She's the one that finally told him to his face, no, your brother had a drug problem, which he just learned after Keith died. Yeah, so anyway, that was interesting. Yeah, so the kids thought I killed their brother by having the audacity to marry their father. Like, why did I do that? As if it was just all up to me. I hoodwinked him, put a hood on him, and dumped him in the trunk of a car. You know, it's not a rational thought, but my kids said it to me. Both of my kids said it to me. Yeah, they said all kinds of shit to me. All kinds of shit. Yeah, all kinds of shit. Now, he will deny it. Oh, I didn't tell him that. Where the fuck did they learn that from then, you badmouth bitch? This is what we have to stop, ladies. You can believe that you can make them dinner, buy them food, give them braces and glasses, take them wherever, get them car insurance, buy them cell phones, do them, yeah, totally. Do that, do whatever you do for them, and you can be nice, and your husband can fake it, or your wife can fake it, okay? Oh, I know what it is. Thank you for the super chat, Leo's son. I think that's what your name is up there. Yeah, of course. I didn't say that. I was there when Jimmy was overdosing. I had to go into the hospital and get him. I know what he looked like. I lived through that. And it wasn't occasional. It was a continuum at that point. So, who was borderline personality? I'm like, no, I wasn't borderline personality. But anyway, women, here's what you have to understand. You can love that man, or men. You can love that woman And if they have that type of personality, they're going to go behind your back and do it anyway, whether you have sex with them, whether you redo the house, whether you drive them around, whether you tell them you love them, whether you do everything. It doesn't matter. So you might as well get out. Even if they call you a whore, even if they threaten to bankrupt you, even if they threaten to take your kids from you, they can't do it if you don't drink, don't do drugs, and don't act crazy. So you sober yourself up, get a job, take parenting classes, go to a therapist, male or female, and then get 50-50 custody of your kids. Move out, get help, do whatever you can do. And that's what you do. Oh no, porn addicts, these men who drink and do drugs, they also cheat on you. And if they beat you, and here's another thing, don't get mad at me for saying this. God forgive me, because there are good men out there. Of course, Jimmy was an addict because of John. He was hanging out in a strip club and snorting cocaine. Voila! Little monkey see, little monkey do. But he liked to call me the monkey. So I call him the monkey back. I'm like, little monkey see, little monkey do. You have to set a boundary. Of course, he didn't believe that, but I did. And it doesn't matter. 2 boys are dead and a third is dangerously close to offing himself. So, you know, whatever. I should have never had kids with that. But here's that. Yeah, every serial killer is a porn addict because porn does not like women. Porn does not like women. I mean, porn puts really pretty women in there and men expect women to look like that. And again, with the sodomy, they think we're all just going to bend over and go, oh yeah, do it up the ass. No, we're not. I mean, birthday sex is one thing, but you know, the issue with porn is it opens portals. And when you're watching porn, okay, all the time, like these addicts are, like these misogynists are in the strip clubs, because they go there to watch women are objectified. So they think nothing of watching continual porn, cheating. But here's the kicker. If a man is a misogynist, I actually think he's a closet gay. Sorry for all you misogynists out there. If a man is misogynistic and doesn't like women, I think that they prefer the company of men, enjoy men, are on the down low, fuck men, because porn addicts will fuck anything. So your man is out shoving it up someone's ass or having it shoved up his, coming home to you, putting it up your hoo-ha where your children come from, the portal from the other side, and they are then giving you infections, opening you up to diseases. But I believe these men in the strip clubs, and I said this when I was 14, they like to watch other men get turned on by women, and then they go out and suck dicks in the alleyway. I saw that as a child. So I never really trusted that men were straight. Don't go in the porn industry, I mean, in the sex industry when you're younger, because your head will get all fried up. But I actually think misogynistic men, and if they aren't gay, I think they prefer everything about men. That's why they hang out in bars. That's why they drink. Their boundaries are sloppy. They are sloppy. They prefer men all the way around. The only thing they like to do is shove their dick up you. So you're really just a receptacle for their vibration. No, I really believe that. I'm sorry. I know no one wants to think that way. We want to think naively that our men aren't that way. But if you have a porn addict or an addict, you have a Charlie Sheen in different variations. I hate to say it, but that's very typical. That's very typical of it. I've seen it so much. I worked in the strip clubs for years. That's all I saw with men. I didn't see normal. I think they're gay. I think when you hang out with men in a bar all day, you're fucking gay. I don't think you're straight. You may be closeted and you may not have sex with a man, but I think you're gay. Because what are you doing? You don't even like women. You just come home to pretend that you like women. You don't like your mother and you don't like women. So that's what it is. So weird, but that's what I feel. And in the strip clubs, men enjoyed the other men. A lot of the bouncers were actually gay on the side, and they like to watch your reaction. It's a sick, seedy industry. Yeah, there, Kathy, do you agree with me or not? What was your experience with that? It was really a seedy experience. So seedy. They brought young boys in with them. Oh, we men, 5 men for a bachelor party watching a chick. So y'all are going to get hard-ons and watch one girl. Are you all going to fuck the girl? One after the other? Doesn't that kind of make you, like, strange? Just saying. Yeah. So anyway, I'm just saying, it's just an experience. I mean, I grew up in it. When did a crotch become a hoo-ha? Well, you know what I'm saying. I call it a vagina, my vagina. We were in a restaurant. It was so funny. So we're all in the restaurant last night in Pasadena. And there's a picture behind me on the wall. And Maya's like, that's a vagina. And I'm like, what? So I turn around. There's a painting and there's a full-on vagina on the wall. It's a fucking vagina. And Jake goes, yeah, that's a little bit sexual. I go, you meant to say vagina, right? We were cracking up. We're like, who puts these pictures out there? Like, seriously, it was a big fucking vagina on the wall. Yeah. Anyway, just to ask yourself how many sex offenders live in... Yeah, I Google all the time the sex offenders in my neighborhood. Megan's Law website. Best thing ever. Put your zip code in and find out for what's going on. See, that's Brent. Don't be sexually abusive. No one's asking if my lips work for you. I'm not here to fucking work for you. Understand that as a man. My appearance is God-given, has nothing to fucking do with you. Okay? I don't care to service you. I ain't your bitch, so don't talk that way. See, misogynistic men. Yeah, I have male friends, but yeah, exactly. Yeah, look up Megan's Law list. Kung Fu, you'll be shocked. I'm like, oh my God, these men, like all in. It's usually the men. The women now are getting into it though. Women to keep a men are like JC Lee Dugard. His wife like helped kidnap her, right? So that's completely wrong. That's just completely wrong. What woman helps do that? So as a woman, you should be held to a higher standard than the rest of the people in this planet because you birthed children. And for that reason and that reason alone, I also create coffee paintings too. Oh, that's nice. Do you read Coffee Beans? Yeah, it's not funny, Brent. Oh, I'm sorry. You gaslighting now. Yeah, like I haven't lived with a misogynistic pig. Oh, your lips do it for me. Oh, do they? Because like I'm just here to live for a man. Shut up. Please. 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 Yeah. No, Jennifer, don't think he's just playing. That's what they always say. I'm just joking. I'm just playing. That's a form of gaslighting. That's a form of gaslighting. When I would go out for dinner with John and he would say, oh, my friends probably think I paid for you. And I go, don't call me a whore. And he'd go, I'm just joking. Same thing with Brent. Shut up and don't say it. How about that? Who gave you the right to even comment on my appearance or any woman's appearance? You can say things that are well-rounded, like, you look lovely, but to comment specifically on a body part that's connected to blowjobs means that you're just being sexually aggressive. That's how I take it. I don't fucking care. I'm 56 and I ain't having sex with you. And if I was 20, you'd have really pissed me off. But now I can see what you're doing. So there's that. Let's see. So he gets everything and you keep working. Yeah, he's delusional. Yes, he is delusional. What about when guys joke about gay stuff? I think they're gay. I think they're gay. See, that's another thing John would say to me. I swear to God, because, you know, his daughter married a formerly gay man who's now straight, apparently. Anyway, he had a gay lover for a long time, or a gay partner, whatever. I don't care if you're gay. I just don't like when you marry women for a business deal because marriage is not your business deal. Like, I don't like that they do that. That's just a personal objection of mine that women are used as beards. I don't like it. Even if they agree to it, don't get married. Do something else. But anyway, John would say, well, you know, all gay men want to fuck straight women. And I'd be like, why do they want to? Because I have gay cousins and they don't want to have sex with straight women. They're gay. Like, they dig gay men and that's what they do. They're both dead now. But anyway, they were older. And he would say, well, if you like vanilla ice cream, you can have chocolate once in a while. And I never asked him, dude, does that go the same way for heterosexual? Does that go the same way for heterosexual? So you're heterosexual. Do you eat chocolate ice cream? Do you want to go to vanilla? Like, do you like that? Because obviously that's what he's saying. Like, what's that about? And then, oh, I can't even. He's like, what do you think's more aggressive? 2 guys having sex or 2 girls having sex? I'm like, it's all aggressive. How about that? He has these kind of conversations. What's that about? Yeah, exactly. No, you can't. Brent, go off my channel. Anyway, Wendy Williams, that's a mind glitch, okay? So I think she's had a lot of, no, gay men don't always want to fuck. I don't want to fuck a gay chick. I don't want to do it, or a gay man or whatever. I just want to have sex with my vibrator. How about that? I mean, I don't even want to have sex, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think because I'm straight, I want to go gay suddenly. I mean, I may, but not at this point. So, and I do like both chocolate and vanilla ice cream and add sherbet in there too. I like it all, but sexually, whatever. Sloan, do you think murderers go to hell? No, not necessarily. I don't think murderers go to hell. I think if they ask for redemption, I mean, I think we're forgiven for our sins. I don't know what the intention is of the murder or whatever, but I think if you're a serial killer, you're possessed by a demon. Serial killers are not in their bodies. They're outside of their physical body, and they have, yeah, Wendy Williams' skin is falling off. It's most interesting. She could be a clone. She could be a clone like Michael Jackson's nose, but she's having a electronic meltdown of her brain. So I think she's been electrically shocked in the brain too much. Yeah, her skin is very bizarre. Like last year it wasn't like that. Now it's like that. And I don't think she's lost that much weight. I think that seems like a clone to me. Like, why is the skin doing that? It seems like they're going to retire her and bring back another one. It seems like a clone. Go look up Clonaid. It's in Canada. It's that. Go look up Clonaid. Do you know about Clonaid? Yeah. She's lost a lot of weight. Well, then if she's lost weight at her age, over the age of 30, I think they clone them to control them. If they run around cloning them and keep the essence of the person and their ability in the consciousness and have them appear one way to the public that idolizes them, because we've all been taught to be brainwashed to idolize celebrity. I fell for it. Biggest mistake of my life. I fell for it. You want to go on camera. You want to be adored like them. You want to be a star. But they're all corrupt, okay? Clonaid is a cloning. It's a cloning center. Google Clonaid, Jamaica, Canada, all of that. Thank you for that. Thank you. So, yeah, I'm sure Dave Chappelle is a clone. He went off to South Africa and never came back the same and suddenly agreed to do everything that he had been fighting against. But see, here's the problem. You can make a deal when you're younger and sell out. People will tell you when they sell out. I have a black heart. That means they're a sellout. They've sold out their soul. That's why their heart is black. Anyone who says that to you, anybody who sings that to you, anybody who speaks about a black heart, know that they're sold out. You can love the color black, but they're sold out. So when they sell out and they don't get everything the way they want, they still owe the mafia. So it's the blood cult mafia. When they owe the mafia, they have to pay back. So that's kind of what happens, I believe. But Wendy Williams, I feel when I look at her that she's been shocked too much in the brain. Madonna's face is atrocious. Like, stop filling the face up. I kind of like Bo Derek. She's not Botoxing herself. I kind of like what she's doing. She's just like aging naturally, and she's really gorgeous, and her skin is really fine like paper, and it's getting wrinkly, but she's actually quite beautiful in her age. So it's interesting. She's doing a different approach. They shock them, electric shock therapy. They shock them. So imagine if you keep with your computer restarting it, what do they call it? Rebooting it, and they reboot it. Yeah, Bo Derek is just stunning. But see, should we not like Bo Derek because she's gorgeous? She's beautiful. But I mean, she's not, you can see she's not, what do you call this? Oh my God, Botoxing. She's not filling up. They fry their brains. That's exactly right. And I like the way Bo Derek looks. Now, I saw this interesting video. Anna Nicole Smith was gorgeous, minus her gummy smile. But other than that, she was gorgeous. That's the one flaw with her teeth. She had very small teeth for as big a person as she is. But I'm not critiquing her. She was stunning. She fixed her teeth later on, but she was absolutely stunning. Okay, so I saw a video of, a comparison of Kelly McGillis and Tom Cruise. So it showed Kelly McGillis in the movie Top Gun and Tom Cruise. And then it showed Kelly McGillis now, however old they are. So say they're 60. I don't even know how old she was. She could have been older than him. So say she's 64. She looks like a normal aged middle American woman. Like, she's not thin. She's not, whatever. She's not all Botox. She just looks normal. Tom Cruise, in the 18 years since the movie, or 30 years since the movie, whatever it is, he hasn't aged. So we know who's drinking the Chrome, right? The Chrome browser. We know who's doing that. Yeah, John Derek was a pedo. That's correct. He molded her. He pimped her out for his musing fun, and we're supposed to go, that's a love story. No, she was in a bondage relationship, you know. And yeah, Celine Dion, same thing. Same thing. Same thing. Oh, he managed her husband. He groomed her, the family sold her, and that's what went on. Yeah, clearly. That's what went on. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, she was 12 for her marriage, actually 12. Definitely more often. Obsessed with right? I'm not sure about him. Yeah, Celine, she has a beautiful voice. Yeah, before after she sold out, the voice elevated. You see, you see. It is. All right, you guys. All of a sudden, I got tired. I gotta eat right now, right this second. Okay, bye, you guys. Thank you so much. Shopping Walmart again. Okay, am I buffering? I'm glitching. Bye, guys.